Welcome to Roommate Confessions. My name is Alexis.
My name is Steven.
And we are your hosts. Roommates Confessions is brought to you by Chillo, the app designed to help you find a roommate you don't want to kill. Today, we have a special guest named Robbie. And Robbie, you spell your name so unique.
Yeah. It's, so my family's Eastern European, so just kind of like in Polish, J's or Y sounds. And so it's just kind of the individuality that I needed because I was named after my dad. God love him. But I'm a junior, so I had to switch it up a little bit. So I just decided to kind of go dig back in my roots on my mom's side and just kind of go for that. So
cool. Well, you got to tell the followers, how do you spell it?
It's Robeij.
And did you change that after you were born?
That's great.
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
like, I mean, my parents, like, it was Robbie my whole life, but they spelled it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So, and of course, like, they always misspelled it. So it was always Robbie or, but it was Robby. And when I went to college, I was like, you know what? I kind of need a little bit of individuality. My brother got his own name. I got my junior of my dad's name. So I was like, okay, I just need to be a little bit different. So I don't have it officially changed like that, but it's just kind of like, it's unique. It's a nice little icebreaker too, especially in the
I'm sure you get asked
industry.
about it all the time.
Oh yeah, in the industry that like every time I give them my business card, they're like Robbij.
That's how I pronounced it.
Yeah,
That's
they're like
how I pronounced it.
Rabbi. Like I get all different
Robbij.
versions, but some of my friends call me Robbij, so it's just kind of like a fun little nickname too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
or
I love
Robbie
it.
J or
That's great.
things like that. Yeah,
I love it. Well, welcome.
Yeah,
We're
appreciate
super
it.
excited to have you on Roommate Confessions.
I know. I'm excited too.
Are you ready to start confessing?
Oh yeah, I've got so much tea.
Oh my God, the
So
tea is piping.
much, yes.
Okay, well,
Yes.
spill a little. Let's give a little teaser.
Yeah, there's just a reason why I just live by myself, and it's all because of college. Dorm life was just dorm life. Some people have like the most amazing experience, in dorm life, especially if they've like joined a sorority or a fraternity and stuff, and they have that kind of connection. But when you are blindly placed with someone, it's like I'm a Cancer. I'm an emotional person. I'm an empath.
Yeah.
I have OCD, like legit OCD. So I have certain things that I need to do in order for my life to go great.
Yeah.
I always was stuck with the messiest people in the entire world. I was always stuck with like the people that have no social boundaries or just like they don't understand, like if I'm not talking to you right away, that like maybe I just need some me time,
Totally.
So, but now I have too much me time. So then, especially when I go out, I'm having the best time because I get to like converse with people, but I know that when I go home, I don't have to deal with them, I guess. I don't know.
Point.
Totally.
But that's why I was like so excited to hear about, Chillo and stuff. I think that was just an amazing idea. And I just like really wish I was there in 2005,
Right?
So,
Oh my God.
God.
I know. Our
Yeah.
sponsor's incredible. But tell us, okay, so Roommate Confessions, what are we all about, right? People want to hear the tea. What horrifically terrifying roommate experiences? I mean, I know we've had our fair share.
Yeah.
Countless.
God, I mean, I have
Both
so
amazing.
many. Just like I said, during college, because like as soon as I moved out of college, I stayed with parents and stuff. So obviously that's another roommate situation, I guess. But I had this one roommate. It was my junior year of college.
Okay.
I was placed in a new dorm. Well, it was a renovated dorm, quote unquote renovated. So I was really excited. So I got stuck with this guy. I tried to email him, call him throughout the summer, just kind of like make sure that we're on the same page. Like, hey, if you're gonna bring a refrigerator, I won't. Kind
Yeah,
of.
like trying to connect. Where'd you find him?
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
I went to Eastern Kentucky University, so
Okay.
like they just like randomly, you just got put in a pool.
Yep.
Oh,
like,
even as a
just-
junior.
Yeah,
Luck of the draw kind of
like
thing.
no, yeah, like I didn't have. Like, I mean, I was able to choose like what a dorm room I wanted to go to,
Yeah.
but like
What
if
hall?
I didn't what hall,
Yeah.
things like that. But like if I didn't check, I wanted to live solo. They put you in a pool and then you were randomly picked with someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I could have gotten the biggest redneck in the entire world, which thank God I never did. But yeah, I got placed with this guy and he was at first he was nice, like it's always starts out that way. It always starts out like everybody's on their P's and Q's and
Best behavior.
yes,
best
best
impressions.
behavior. Like I don't want to like start any drama, but he was just kind of one of those like stereotypical computer nerds. And I was an art major, so I was very like
polar opposite.
Yeah, I was exactly
Creative.
opposite. I was super creative. I was animated, and he was just very. And then nothing against people and computers or anything, but you definitely have to have that certain kind of personality, and he fit it to the T.
Yeah, he's like logistical and analytical.
Yeah, but he threw me like curveballs left and right. So after like the first 2 weeks, then his girlfriend kept coming over every night.
Oh yeah.
And then it was just like I would be doing like an art piece or something like that if I wasn't in the studio. And then it was a nightly routine. And then it was like, okay, now they're really comfortable. So then there's making out, there's touching each other, and I'm sitting here at my desk like, what the hell is going on right now? Like,
oh, you're in the room.
I'm in the room on Facebook or Insta Messenger or something. I'm like, messaging my friends like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I don't know. Do I say something?
Yeah.
Like, I've never had this experience, because my freshman year roommate, I actually met on Zanga and stuff like that. So this online journal. So we kind of were cool with that one. But like, so I never experienced something like that with him. So I was just like, do I say something? And my friends are like, I don't know it depends. Like, is he just like being like low key about it? I'm like, no. I'm straight up seeing tongue going on here. Like there's no nonchalant crap going on.
Yeah.
So they're like, just let him just do whatever, you probably do the same thing. I'm like, obviously you don't know me, first of all. Like I would never do that.
Swap and spit in the family
Yeah.
room.
I'm like, I'll be in the closet. No. But, but yeah, so he just kept doing it. And I was just like, finally I go, can you all not like, I can't even focus at this point.
It's all.
And they're like, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I go back, and then there's hands roaming everywhere. And I'm just like.
Does this guy not have a bedroom?
No,
It's a
literally
dorm room.
We were almost in a room this size.
Yeah, it's a dorm room.
That's
Yeah,
it's like a studio.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was in Eastern Kentucky, so there was no bougie
Oh,
dorm
yeah,
rooms
yeah.
whatsoever. So
Yeah.
it was like for the most part like a room like this, maybe with like a little hallway to come from coming in from the doorway, and that's it. Like my bed was like where you're sitting and where I'm at. That's how far apart we were. My desk was like on the My desk was like on the other side of my like bed.
Yeah.
At the foot of the bed.
And I'm facing him. Because that was just the way that it made it work in our dorm to make.
So like no romping high fives
Yeah, no.
across? No.
No.
You guys weren't that tight?
Yeah, we weren't that tight, but it was constantly happening. And then they would have sex underneath the covers while I was in there. And I'm like, I could still hear things. I'm in my 20s.
have ears.
I've seen porn before. Okay, I know what that looks like. Okay,
Yeah.
we already know what goes on there.
Oh, God.
And I'm
And
a
it was
light
just-
sleeper, folks.
Yeah, I'm like, shit. Like, so I was just like, this is just a total nightmare.
Yeah.
Then he would steal some of my stuff. And like,
boy.
again, he was like, threw me those curveballs. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
he's like this like chill little boy just playing around on computers. And he's like fornicating with his girlfriend, and stealing my iPod shuffle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was
The
bad.
classic.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, it got to the point where I was just so over it.
Yeah.
And then finally, like, we were friends on Facebook. So I would be like, yeah, I'm so tired of my roommate. And I knew he would read it. Like, I'm so tired of my roommate fucking his girlfriend while I'm in my dorm room. Or
It's not passive aggressive.
yeah.
Really.
Oh, I'm a Cancer. Duh. That's what we do. Yeah. But like,
My mom too, yeah.
But are you a Cancer?
He said my mom
My
too.
mom's
yeah.
a Cancer.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Sorry, Jerry, if you're listening.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
So, and then I was just like, yeah. And then if he steals my iPod, my new iPod I just bought
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna beat your ass or something. Like I was so immature on now my
God.
memories on Facebook. I'm just like, who?
Oh,
was
you're like,
I?
delete.
I'm like,
and they get
please.
fired.
No wonder. I'm surprised I had friends. So, but then like all of a sudden my iPod came. Like was at the foot of my
appeared?
bed, just appeared out of nowhere. So I like got out of that roommate situation. Then I moved in with a decent, like a pretty cool roommate.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always gonna have that opposite, I guess, at some point. But that one, I was just like, that was my first. Like, I felt like I was on Vivid videos.
Yeah.
Like I was just
Just out of
like, yes.
curiosity, like how did that transition go from the first one to the second one? Because maybe you sought it out, or like, hey, we should definitely be roommates. This would be great. How did that all evolve?
For the new room?
From the first one?
So,
you just
my friend in the art department, her boyfriend was looking for a roommate in a dorm that was like, so at Eastern it was called Case Hall, and basically they made that into like the arts like dorm. So like your bands, your theater, your art, stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
So I was like, oh, perfect. I could be around my people, like people that are like me. I'll understand kind of like their quirkiness or whatever.
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just move in with him. And I met him before, and like we were really cool. We would drink in the dorms. Oops. But, things like that together. But like I was like, okay, I know it was cool. But then the room was actually smaller than this.
Oh, my
God.
God.
It was a little bit more narrow. And I think the desks, if I'm not mistaken, of course, once I post this on my Instagram, my friends will let me know if I'm wrong about this. It's been so long. But I think they were built into the walls, so like I couldn't move my desk around.
Yeah.
So it was just very, very small. So but we meshed really well together, and it was a pretty good experience. I mean, he was like super messy. But it was fine because it was on his side.
You'll take the mess, not the sex.
Oh, yeah, please. By all means. I'd rather tell you to fold your laundry than...
Tell you to stop finger banging your girlfriend?
Yeah. Put it back in your pants, roll it back up, whatever you need to do. Put it in your pocket. I don't care. Yeah, no, it was just like, it was just like one of those traumatic experiences. Like, I don't care. Like, sex is great. Cool. You know what I mean? Express the way that you want to, but not in your fucking dorm room while your person's trying to like paint a picture of his grandma or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what I was painting, but all I know was not very therapeutic at that time.
Totally.
So, yeah, so that's just one of many.
Okay, well, like one of many.
That was great. That was a good story, yeah.
Okay, so how many roommates would you say you've had total?
Ooh, let's see here.
He starts naming him by first and last.
No, really. Okay, so the first roommate I met him on Zynga. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
So basically, it was like, do you know what LiveJournal is?
This is like an older platform.
Yeah.
For those young folks listening out there, they're like, what the hell is
so
this?
okay. So basically, LiveJournal and Zynga, or XANGA. Okay, it's probably still there.
Yes,
I just not as
definitely. It was
okay.
Yeah, green and black.
Yes. Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. So
the logo,
like those were just like live journals, basically. I mean, pretty much. Like, I mean, you just like talk about your day.
Before Facebook was treated like a live journal.
Pretty much. Yeah, before you could just spill all the tea on Facebook, that's what you had there. So I met my first roommate through Zynga because there was like a group called Eastern Kentucky University.
Right.
And so, I don't know how we ended up started talking, but we just kind of meshed really well with each other. So he was my first roommate, and it was just kind of like one of those situations where like we both were kind of dealing with our inner demons. So like we weren't out of the closet and, stuff like that. So we didn't really know how to like interpret things because I'm from, we're both from Kentucky. He was more in the country of Kentucky than I was. I was in, Louisville, which is a pretty liberal city. But I didn't see many gay people, and either did he. He was from Maysville, so just like farms and just whatever. Right. Not much reception either. But yeah, so we were just still trying to figure out our lives, so we kind of figured it out together. Not like saying we slept with each other or anything like that, but it wasn't like that kind of roommate. But we kind of just came to terms with ourselves, and then so he ended up like was bringing people over without talking to me about it, or like I'd walk in on certain situations and I'm just like, oh, okay. But then so I had him, and then I had him for like a semester. In my second semester, I actually was roommates with one of my band friends from high school who went there, and he didn't have a roommate. So we meshed really well together too. But then he ended up getting an apartment after that one semester, or I would have stayed with him. And then I was an RA, which...
That's a transition.
Oh, yeah, that's a transition.
So I was like, you know what? We're going to try this. I'm just going to have like a solo apartment. So who knew that like now I'd be doing pretty much the same thing, but with like grown adults, But yeah, so I was an RA, got to deal with all that. And then...
Which in that case, correct me if I'm wrong, but... You're responsible for doing the matching of the roommates.
Well, so I don't know. I think it depends on the university.
Okay.
So like
Totally.
I basically just babysat a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in the football dorm.
Okay.
Oh my God. So I'm sure you Okay, so
I've never
let's
seen so much
spill
penis in my entire life.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like
They don't
on
care.
An RA of the football dorm floor,
Yeah.
former football player here.
Yep.
I can only imagine.
Well, it was
former
like a
football
whole
player fucker here. And current,
Former.
if you're
He's like
lucky.
still.
Yeah,
No,
and
it was like
current.
a whole building, but I had one floor, of the building. So like, of course, I had like, they were all really nice. Like they were fantastic.
Yeah.
They weren't like rude to me or anything, but they just did not give a shit. So
Totally.
I was the RA there, and then after that, I was like, you know what? I never want to do this ever again.
Yeah.
Fast forward like 15 years later, and I'm the assistant manager of a property. So
That's true,
I'm
yeah.
So you're
basically
still doing it?
doing the same thing.
Yeah. But wait, we have to go back to this football floor because I feel like you experienced because they probably came to you
Yeah, they would come
when
to
they
me
had the
about
roommate
situations.
issues.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
did you just hear like unbelievable
Yeah.
all the time?
Yeah, and it's just like, when you hear all these stories, like just in general, when people talk to you about like all these like crazy like things, like you're like, oh my God. So it makes you not want to have a roommate after that. But I heard so many like horror stories and like,
What's the worst one you ever heard?
oh my God, like just a full on like drunken fight. Like their roommate was just hammered and just like literally just thought that someone broke into, like, I don't know why he was not in the same mindset that he was in a dorm room. He thought he was like in an apartment because some of the football players actually had apartments. So they had scholarship money and stuff.
interesting, yeah.
So they kind of were drunk and they forgot that they went to the wrong place. So they thought some random ass dude was just sleeping in their apartment. So then they started beating
God.
the fuck out of someone.
No.
Yeah, but
Stop.
like, yeah.
This
So
poor person
sometimes
just
you
sleeping.
would not even be like. So if you're a football player, sometimes you wouldn't even be with another football player. Sometimes,
Right.
So then you're
Yeah.
stuck with some random ass person. This poor random dude, and I was just like,
Oh my God.
I was like, damn, like.
Holy
I would have been
shit.
so mad if I would have woke up
Just
to
getting
someone
jumped
just
while you're
punching me in the face.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
It was
gotta be one of the
crazy.
worst
Or
ever.
I had to tell someone that they needed to use deodorant because he was a fairly large guy, super nice guy. He was in the art department with me, I think.
Yeah.
And, I've seen him around. He's really heavy dude. And, you could smell his odor
Yeah.
from down the
yeah.
hallway. So we had to have a little intervention. But I can't even imagine if he had a roommate.
Oh, so he was one that didn't thank
He
God.
was one that didn't have one, but I mean, a roommate was probably growing in there, but but like it was just like so many horror stories, so many, and
Oh
then
my
I
God.
had 2 more roommates after that, and I had 3 more roommates after that. One he quit after a semester because he was a musician, and he was like in like one of those like screamo bands or whatever. So, but he was super successful about it, and he still is. Like he's done Warped Tour and all that other stuff. Like, it's
amazing.
really really cool to see him
Sick.
just like
Cool, yeah.
grow as a person. But so he left after the semester. Well, then I had a transgendered roommate.
Mm-hmm.
So me being openly gay, I was like, yeah, I'll totally take her. I used the right pronouns with her and stuff. Whereas other people, they didn't want to room with her. So
And this was a few years ago. I mean, you're young.
yeah.
But
So
like
this
was a few years
like
ago.
2009 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, still people were still kind of getting used to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course, yeah.
it's not as amazing as it is now, where you have as much support as you have now. But yeah, so like I kind of helped her, kind of like, like I would teach her like, okay, how to put on makeup, because I used to like watch YouTube videos and stuff. So I kind of helped her along the way, and then. Now, she's on hormone therapy, and she's, just living her best life. And it's just really nice to kind of like see a roommate kind of grow. But, and I think the very next year I wanted to live in a newer dorm. So then I got put with another roommate, and that one was a nightmare. Like, in college I was a little heavier. I ate my feelings all the time. Like they had buffets in our dining hall, and
French fry buffets from college.
oh my God, yes.
Chef's
like
kiss.
pizza was my thing, like, and
Yeah.
ice cream and Coke, and not like the drinkable Coke, not
That's for all you viewers that
yeah,
were.
not the nose
If
candy.
anyone is,
okay?
if anyone was worried.
Yeah, not the nose candy. Whew. But yeah, so I was a little heavier, I was a little self-conscious and stuff, but I still was living my best life. And then my roommate at the time kept like body shaming me. He's like, "Oh, you should probably wear a different shirt. You could see your love handles," or just like things like that.
And you guys weren't close. Like
No,
he should not have felt comfortable.
He was not like my best friend. Like he was another. It was like another freaking nerdy roommate. Like who just did not have any social skills whatsoever. And I was like, maybe you should get some friends. Get out for a while. You're looking like freaking. What's the one off of the Lord of the Rings?
Frodo?
Schmeagol. Yes, he was Schmeagol. Like, I was just like, sir, get some light. You're transparent. Meet some friends. Do something. Get laid. I don't care. Yeah. Man, girl, dog, I don't care.
Yeah,
just do something.
Something.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, and then after that, I was like, fuck this. I'm not ever going to do a roommate again. But now that's not to say that, like, at one point, maybe I would find, like, a really good, roommate. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I love it.
Great.
Thank you
Tons
for
of horror stories. But
so many. I mean, we could go on all day.
Yeah. It's not even including exes. So
that's a different podcast, different day.
A whole different podcast.
To be continued.
To be
TBD.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So
Roommate Confessions is brought to you by Chillo, the mobile app helping you find your next place to live as well as that next credible roommate. God, I wish we had that when we were looking like 5, 10, 15 years ago. My God, could you imagine what we would have not experienced? Some of the
Countless
things,
stories.
Countless stories. I mean, like, I'm not kidding you. Okay, we'll share one. So it was our very first place. Like, if you can't tell, we're married.
yeah, no, I could never.
No, not at all.
I'm just kidding.
There's no sexual energy at all.
No, none. It's just the space between.
It's just the space, literally. No, it was our very first place. It was a while ago now, obviously, and it was actually a friend. I have found from all of my experience that a lot of people, like recommendations from friends, end up going so south, which is horrifying. But this was a recommendation from a friend of a friend, and we all got together and we got along really great. She was a partier. We were really big partiers when we were younger, and we could afford to sleep in till noon the next day. And
it was a wild time of our life.
It was a wild time. And we move into this apartment and we go on this vacation. So she started, just really long story short, she started acting like kind of crazy. She wouldn't clean up after herself. She would smoke menthols in the house.
Oh.
It was, it got like, she didn't have her own like bed or drawers for like a good 4 or 5 months that we lived there. It was just her shit was everywhere. I mean, it was like wild. It was wild. Meanwhile, we had the other roommate move out in the middle of the night. Like, it was just it was a crazy, crazy time in our life. Okay, we were like 20. And we went on a vacation. She was really irresponsible, and I really was the only one that was responsible at the time. So
and neurotic. You were also, like, type A personality.
Yeah. Some would say just responsible. And I was always paying the rent, right? I was like, give me your shit, I'll
collecting
pay.
it from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And taking care of it. Taking care of business.
Take care of business. So this one month, we're going on a 10-day long vacation, like first vacation in forever, maybe even
longer.
together.
At one point, yeah, probably longer. Maybe, whatever, 10, 14.
It was like 10, 14 days. It was like 2 weeks. So we give our portion of the rent money with our roommate at the time, okay? We're gone, relaxing. It was so fun. Our beloved Zeus, our like best boy, we still have him to this day, Black Lab, he's amazing, is with us. We're walking him up the stairs. We're coming back home. We're approaching the apartment door, and I'm like, what is that? And it's this red sign on our door. And as we get closer to our apartment door, it's a fucking eviction notice hanging on the door. And we look at each other and we're like, what? We walk in the apartment, half our shit's gone. There's an eviction notice. We run down to the leasing office. We're like, what is going on? Our roommate took off with our rent money and went to Vegas, gambled it, lost it, and got us evicted.
I'd have to go to jail for that one.
I mean, you can't make this shit up.
Oh my God. So you have to tell me, did you ever talk to her?
So I blew a fucking head gasket. Like
rightfully so.
Actually the beginning part of our relationship, we realized the differences that we had personality-wise very quickly, because I'm kind of laid back, super chill. Keep in mind, we're...
Keep telling yourself that. It's the expressions for me.
Yeah. It is the oh fuck moment.
Yeah.
At the same time, that we definitely handled it very vastly differently.
Yeah, we did. I was super stressed. Shit like that doesn't get me too razzed anymore. But back then, like, it was a lot of money. It was it was crazy. But I mean, long story short, no, we had to move out. We didn't talk to her for, God, it had to have been several years. And then several years come and gone. And honestly, we just like saw each other at a party. We were like, what the fuck? And then we got like wasted and like
Water under
didn't
the
care
bridge.
anymore. It was like water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But crazy.
You're a lot better than me. Oof.
Ooh.
There would have been some. I'm taking off my earring. No. Yeah. Ooh.
It was pretty crazy. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely wild. So we also had a caller call in, to share one of his recent horror stories, roommate confessions.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna play it, and I don't think you've heard it. I don't know if you've heard it either. So let's check it out. All right.
Preparing myself.
Prepare. Sit back.
Never know what anybody else is going through.
Yeah, like ours might be
Or has
really
lived
bad,
through.
but like let's just hear this caller.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I had a roommate. This is my confession of my terrible roommate that I had. And we'll say his name is Jeremiah. And so every time I used to take a shower, and I'll be playing music, so I'm like not really aware of it. He used to unlock my bathroom door and watch me shower. And I found out later when I went to his camera roll, and I found a bunch of pictures of me showering. And it was just really weird because I was bumping music and I couldn't hear him. But apparently this dude used to just, stalk my bathroom showers. And
Stalk his bathroom. No, it cut. Jeremiah used to watch his roommate shower. Okay, like, I'm sorry, but your whole, like, sex in the bedroom thing is, like, out. This one's in.
Yeah, because he's probably on XTube, YouPorn, like all those sites. He's a fetish now.
Fuck. Good
Yeah.
point. I didn't even think about that.
He's probably all over the internet. Sorry. Don't.
Oh
You
my
might
God.
want to start surfing shower porn because you're on it.
Shower porn's a thing?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like,
Like, people that
people-
don't know?
Yeah, people set up shit all the time in freaking lockers. Yeah. It's just kind of like when guys walk next to girls in skirts and they put their camera right underneath there, then you get a crotch shot.
Oh, my
Yeah, it's the
God.
same thing. Yeah, like people will just like I've seen it, and that's why I never get undressed in locker rooms, because there might be some like horny ass motherfucker just putting his camera right there, looking at you doing the helicopter. Like you never fucking know. You know what I mean? So like he is totally on the internet. There's probably somebody
Holy-
having a good time with that video.
Oh, my God. For the caller that called in and wrote us with your roommate confession,
Holy God.
go look up shower porn. You may be.
Yeah, or like secret
A
camera in
star.
the
You never
shower.
know
Like,
how famous you really are.
yeah,
I mean,
you know what? You might
he
be the
might
next
be-
actor. You might. Well, don't be Will Smith. Just kidding. But
Too soon?
yeah. Too soon. You might want to act like Will Smith on that one, because Lord.
Somebody might need a bitch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do some googling on that one.
Damn.
That is insane. Okay, so I've got to
Probably on
ask, like,
someone's OnlyFans. Holy shit.
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I've got to ask, what would you? Okay, so we have like 3 different scenarios, right? I mean,
Well, we got a
we've
good
got like
amount now,
15. Okay, but let's like go. Okay, so yours, the sex in like the 5x5 dorm,
Yeah.
getting the shit beaten out of you while you're sleeping
Yeah.
by a mob of angry steroid football players.
Yeah.
Get your money taken, or get your money taken and get evicted from your apartment because your roommate went to Vegas. Or be the next future Jeffree Star who doesn't even know he's that famous yet, and have your roommate recording you, or we don't know if he allegedly, like watching you shower and finding out later on that he was recording you in the shower.
Like part of me, I'd be flattered because I'm like, well, at least you thought I was sexy enough to like just to photograph and stuff.
At the same time, you gotta think,
But at
like-
the same time, I'm like,
so
what
uncomfortable.
was I picking my nose? No, I'm just kidding. Like, but you know, like,
But like,
you just,
was I?
Yeah.
I-
I'm like, I think honestly, I think he wins
So like, what would you rather? Like
because
that's
that's
worst
a
case.
reputation now.
That's a worst case scenario.
Yeah, for me, I mean, like, you know, an
That's got to be the
eviction.
most discomforting feeling
Yeah,
ever.
because you got to think though. But like, how many years has that been?
Right? We don't know.
You know, how many followers does your page have? You know, like at this
They're
point,
like, "That's the
now,
guy from the
now
shower."
it's like, okay, I would rather someone be screwing in front of me now. You know, I would rather,
No
you know, at
problem.
least an eviction, you can
It's a
for the most
violation.
part, you can
Right.
fix that.
You
But
can
now
fix
this is
it.
your reputation. Like, You know, like, what if this guy is like a next senator and he has no fucking idea that his dick is swinging around with
Okay, in his defense, he sounded pretty young. The caller sounded pretty young.
doing the helicopter inside the freaking shower, drawing
walls.
walls.
Like a future senator. You're saying, like, what if, and then it just comes out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he could have like an important role or be like the best doctor in the world, and now he's on someone's OnlyFans.
He's a star.
They're getting paid $30 a freaking view, and he's sitting here working a 9 to 5 in a small apartment.
Yeah.
He gonna quit.
He's probably at work. He's probably serving a table before giving this little snippet.
Love it.
Oh my God, I'm so stressed out for him. Now I'm wondering.
I'm sweating.
Now I'm gonna start like searching the internet for me.
You never know
See
what
if I was
people
good enough.
dealt with or lived
Why
with.
wasn't I good enough? Damn it!
That's what I'm thinking. Like, wait, why is no one filmed me in the shower?
No, there's probably some people who have some stuff, so I don't want to entice that. So, yeah.
I am, God, like how many, it is pretty terrifying, like what you hear.
I don't even live with someone now. I'm going to be looking at my curtain.
Oh, of your shower?
Yeah.
You never know.
Like, was this the Truman Show? Like, oh my.
It's kind of what it felt like, yeah. Listening to it.
Okay, so is that a consensus? Is this the worst one?
I feel like, I'm sure there's, like, I mean, like, they're all awful in their own little way. I mean, mine, I think, is the least worst of them all.
I feel like you had, like, probably worse ones, and you're just not telling us.
That I can, or maybe I just put them back in my subconscious at this point. Well, a lot of them's just, like, just exes.
Maybe you'll have to come back for that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, because I had some weird ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But nothing to make me famous on.
Boring.
I mean, I don't think I want. God, I feel so bad for him. If he is listening, man, Google the shit out of yourself.
No, that's like so true. Okay, but you guys brought up a really good point, shower porn.
Yeah.
Like, because Google, like, I don't think that they would associate his name if they did go internet to sell it. I doubt they went name. They probably, you're right. They probably branded it like shower porn, like guy.
Yeah, roommate, watched my roommate shower. Like, Jesus.
Most discomforting feeling I could possibly
I know.
Like,
I feel violated, and I'm not even him.
I'm going to, like, walk out of here and Google that.
He's got my vote.
Yeah.
Just
better watch your internet history. Shower porn. I'm literally going to go home and do the same thing.
He's
because
like, and then
now
take
I'm
a shower.
curious. Now I'm just, I wonder where, is he? Yeah, I'm going to go take a shower and just,
if you ever feel
look,
bored.
someone put a video of me. Weird. That's
Ew,
your
this
username.
is so coincidental.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
They got my good angle, too.
But, like, so my question is, though, like, does he have, like, one of those clear glass doors?
Or like the curtain that,
Or just like the curtain liner that you can see through?
We're going to have him, like, we're going to have to trace if we can.
Yeah.
All of our calls are anonymous, but
Yeah.
if there's a possible way, like, come forth. We would love to have you on the show. Like, we have so many questions.
Yeah.
I do.
I want to know how this all
I think
evolved.
everybody does.
Oh my God. Like,
I'm terrified.
Man.
Okay, so he wins. I mean, whatever there is to win for having the worst roommate horror story.
Hopefully
I feel like there's more to that story.
I know. Well, that's why, like,
There's got to be more.
Oh, there has to be. If he's just videotaping him in a shower, you already know he's been in that room. You probably have videos in your room, like, especially if that guy's had sexcapades, bringing people in. He's probably has a whole setup.
oh my God, under the toilet seat camera footage.
Ooh.
Under the toilet seat.
Did they
Yikes.
used to do that?
Yeah, they used to do that for
bathrooms?
women who peed or something like that. I don't watch these things. I just, for some odd reason, know
But
some
you
of the weirdest
just
shit.
oddly know a lot about it.
I know. God, I'm actually the star.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's just like, oh my God. Like, he probably, there has to be more than just shower porn for this poor guy.
Yeah.
There's like, he's probably has videos of him and
All
his,
over
like,
the internet.
his hookups and just him just like walking around. I don't know. Like, there has to be more.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Don't trust. I mean, like, I don't want to say don't trust who you live with, but like, find credible people out there, guys.
Despite what
like,
I think my worst case living situation has ever been like, this guy he takes cake.
right? Like, that is why, I mean, what our sponsor does is so critical, right? Chillo. It's like background check, ID check, like verify their ID. Like,
Know who you're about to get into, in how do I say this?
share a room with.
Realize who you're about to exist with.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
so does it do kind of like a survey almost?
No, it's like roommate endorsement. So you can review and endorse your former roommate on this app.
Oh, okay.
And so you can like see what it was like to live with people before you sign a lease.
Okay.
So somebody can run like a background check on themselves or an ID check, and then they get like a cleared check badge on their profile. So you're like, oh, okay, this person's actually who they say they are.
It's almost like professor rating when you would go and like sign up for classes in college.
Rate my
and you try to
professor.
yes, rate my professor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, do they take like a survey? Because they need a personality test.
Right?
You know what I mean? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But no, that's such a great thing that people have now.
I know, right?
It's just to be able to
Access
do that.
to stuff like that. It's
I would
these days,
love
yeah.
to like have a resume of my
Roommate
roommates.
resume.
Yeah.
It's more or less exactly what it is.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. That's so amazing. Maybe, future pacing people will not get recorded in the shower.
Well,
Or
I don't
bang
know.
sesh in a 5x5.
Yeah. At least be cute when you're doing it. They weren't.
Oh, he wasn't even cute?
No, it wasn't even enjoyable.
Ugh.
I sound like a pervert. I promise you, the users, I'm not.
I'm
Just have
not.
experiences. Like shit. Yeah, no, it's like, God, at least be attractive if you're going to have sex in front of me. Like, at least make it worth it.
He's like, I'm not
Can I
made
paint
at
you
all.
the picture like the French girls? Like, no, it was just awful. Like, so maybe I do have the worst case scenario. No, just kidding. But
You're like, maybe I do take the cake.
yeah, no, but that poor guy, God love him. If he ever sees
Yeah.
me out in public, just if he needs a hug,
Yeah, just holler
I'll
at
give you
us.
a big old hug because,
He needs one.
yeah,
And maybe so does his roommate.
his roommate needs help.
I want to know if they're even still together.
I bet you.
As a roommate? Oh,
well,
I doubt
don't know.
it.
He
no.
seems pretty like.
I mean, if he
freaked out
found
about
out,
it.
yeah, if he found out, I would be out
No,
of there
I'm not
so
saying the guy.
fast.
I'm not saying the guy who has been stalked and didn't realize as he's in the shower that his buddy who he chose to live with has been recording him. I'm talking about for yourself. By all
Yeah.
means, Robbie. No, hold on. I'm trying to think. Forget it. Never mind. I digress.
Like,
Love it.
well, I'm just like wondering too. It's just, are you talking about like more of like, how long did it take him to come forth with this information? I'm like wondering how long it had been
Oh, right.
since that roommate had been like, when did he find out? Was it like recently, like within like a month of him showering, or has it been like, how long were you with this roommate?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah,
probably
how many
has
showers?
clips. Like, he probably has so many. Like, I want to know how many videos there is. There's probably, oh my God.
Fuck that. That would be the worst.
Yeah,
That'd be
I'd
the
be
worst.
fighting somebody. Like, I'm not a fighter. I'll cuss you out more than I'll fight somebody. But ooh, that's a physical altercation right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That
because
is-
that's like your like I was saying, like that's your whole character. Like, I mean, if he ever decides to be anybody super important that's like in the public eye,
oh yeah, your life is over.
yeah, you're Kim K.
You're
You're
At
Kim
that
K.
point, yeah.
you're a Kim and Ray J.
Yeah.
That's a moment.
Yeah.
Well, look how it
But-
turned out for her.
Yeah, you
No
got
complaints.
Pamela Anderson and what's his face too.
Yeah.
But that was intended. But well, I guess both of them were intended. They just happened to get leaked. But yeah, like, can you imagine?
Crazy. Crazy. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. That is a wrap for Roommate Confessions. Robbie, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us.
No, it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you're
no,
looking,
appreciate it.
of course, if you're looking more for Robbie, where can our viewers find you?
Instagram.
Instagram
So-
at what?
So I'll just spell it. It's OB as in boy, EIJ.RA.
I love it.
Abira.
Abira.
It
I
was
love
kinda
it.
like my pig Latin name, but I put a dot in there to be like independent, you know.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
I love it. If you're looking for more of Robbie, you can find him there. And of course, we recommend and want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Chillo. You can go ahead and follow them on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at the @Chillo, CHILLOW app, APP. And if you have any of your roommate horror stories and you want to write into us and stay, of course, anonymous, feel free to do so. You can DM us on Instagram or, of course, just contact us at contact@chilloapp.com. Till next time.